the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
By all means, if you want to send me an email, please send it to me at patrick@relevantradio.com. Just like Ellen did a moment ago, she says, is it wrong to name our guardian angels? I named mine many years ago. It makes conversing with him much more personal. Recently, I heard that we should not name our guardian angel. Well, that's a good question, Ellen, and the answer is no, you should not. Now, not just because I say so. I mean, what I say really doesn't matter. But what does the church say on this issue? Now, by way of preamble, keeping in mind that, as the Bible teaches, the angels are higher than we are. Let's start there. The angels are higher than humanity. They're in the order of creation directly below God. So you have God, and then all of his creation, at the very apex are the angels, the 9 choirs of angels, from the seraphim at the very top all the way down to angels at the very bottom. And all the different 9 choirs of angels are engaged in the duties that God has entrusted to them. Their primary duty, of course, is to behold God face to face, to see him as he is, and to enjoy the unbelievable, indescribable bliss of seeing the beatific vision. That's their number one job. That's what they're made for. Now, in addition to the primary cause here for angels, it is also to do things that God entrusts to them, such as the angel Gabriel entrusted with the message of salvation in the Annunciation. God sent him to the Blessed Virgin Mary to convey the good tidings of the impending incarnation of the Lord. Or the same angel being sent by God to St. Joseph to warn him in a dream. Herod is going to kill baby Jesus if he possibly can, so don't let him. Get Our Lady, get Mary, get the baby, and go. Go out into Egypt and avoid this terrible danger. Things like that, and many others besides. So the angels are higher than human beings, which gets really to the heart of your question. It's really the foundation of the answer to your question, and that is we don't have authority over our guardian angels. They have authority over us. So that's one particular reason that the church says don't presume or imagine that you can name your guardian angel, because first of all, God has named our angels. And God has the prerogative to name the angels because God created the angels. He has the ultimate infinite authority over all creation, beginning with the angels. You and I don't have any authority whatsoever over any angels. Your guardian angel has authority over you. He is appointed by God to light, to rule, to guide, to guard, to illuminate, all these things that we realize about angels. He has an authority over you. Now, not to repeat it unnecessarily, but maybe it bears repeating here, that in a way that's analogous to how we as human beings take care of animals, especially domesticated animals who can't take care of themselves. Cow cannot milk herself, obviously, so if it's a milk cow, we have to take care of that cow. We have to make sure that they have shelter and food and, when necessary, medical treatment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Those are all ways in which we look after the animals because that's their place in the created order. Well, we are in a way analogous to that, like that to the angels. So we have no authority over them. We have no dominion over them. And therefore, because giving a name shows dominion, just as Adam was told by God in Genesis to name the animals. Why? Not because God didn't have names in mind, but because it was a way of demonstrating to Adam and to all the rest of us that he, as the first human being, the first human person, that he has an authority over the lower levels of the created, of the natural order. And by naming the animals, it is a specific sign of Adam's authority over them. Now, that's one biblical theme that we could use here, but it's sufficient to say that that's why we shouldn't presume to name our guardian angels. First of all, they already have a name. Second of all, you have no authority to name them. Third of all, since we have no dominion over them, rather it's vice versa, it would be entirely out of keep. It'd be as if your pet dog were to name you. Can't happen, of course. But I hope I'm not coming across as overly emphatic toward you, Ellen, because I'm not. I'm not at all. But I know that there is this sort of notion that some people have that they can or that they should name their guardian angels, and obviously they should not. Now, in recent years, going back a couple of decades, Pope Benedict XVI, perhaps most recently, he said the same thing. I don't have the exact words in front of me, but he said the same thing. Nope, don't be thinking you can name your guardian angel, because you can't. So what about having a close personal relationship or devotion to your guardian angel? That's certainly good, and that's to be encouraged by all means. Maybe we could take a cue from St. Padre Pio, who is an example of one of the great saints who routinely saw and even communicated with and spoke to his guardian angel. So did St. Teresa of Ávila. So did St. John Vianney. And I think maybe also St. John Bosco. There are others as well, but we never see any of them naming their angels. Great question, though, and I'm glad you raised it up, because it's one of those topics that we don't talk about very often. Like what you just heard? Share it with your family and friends. And thanks for listening.